Good afternoon. I'm Dr. John Mahoney. I'm here with my colleague, Dr. Scott Lutch, to discuss issues regarding wellness. Remember when Scott gave a talk last fall, what I was impressed with was the fact that you could talk on wellness for better than an hour and never mention a particular medication, but there was so much to it, and it was so involved. And I remember you explained about an epiphany you had when you were like 35 years of age and started to change and get into wellness. I've always seen you as a person who was into wellness well before the rest of us were. And I just wonder if you could comment a little on that journey you've had.
Well, thanks for having me, John. Cardiovascular disease is still the #1 killer in the world. So it keeps going on and on and on, and we have to promote prevention. So the usual risk factors, we know what they are, but I'll go through them. Are hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, which is rampant. 1 in 3 adults will be diabetic by 2030. Smoking, which is huge, obviously, and smoking cessation is paramount to maintaining health. Lack of activity is a big factor now. Realize that people who do no exercise, overweight, have a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. So these factors we can work with, prevent them, treat them, prevent cardiovascular disease, i.e. heart attacks and strokes.
You can talk about hypertension, smoking, diabetes, and if we can correct those things, but it's a little bit of work and effort and motivation, don't you think?
Oh, I think people have to realize that, not doing things healthy now when they're 20, 30, they'll be in my office every day instead of once a year with regular checkups. So it's paramount to realize that you need to do healthy things when you're younger to maintain that lifestyle that just dovetails to healthy when you're older. So doing things when you're 20, eating healthy, exercising, limiting alcohol, treating other diseases will make you healthier when you're 40, 50, 60, and delay or prevent things and won't live in the hospital when you're 60 or 70 with heart failure, end stage, dying earlier than you should die. So hopefully we can make other patients understand that doing those things will prevent a large amount of disease, because it does work.
I know that you see a lot of patients with coronary artery disease. I see, as a neurologist, see a lot of people with cerebral vascular disease. But isn't it true that vascular disease all merges? The heart, the brain, the kidneys, peripheral vascular. If you have one area that's involved, it's likely that other areas are involved. So it's a whole systemic thing.
I agree 100%. I think when you have disease in one spot, it's going to be everywhere. And that's why knowing your global risks as a patient, what are my risk factors? How can I modulate them, prevent disease from head to toe? All right, you have disease in your coronary arteries, you can have it everywhere. It starts at home, so learning ways to eat healthy, even with your children, because you can be a good example to your children if you eat healthy as an adult without forcing them to eat foods they don't want to eat and make them healthier as they get older. So it starts at home, it starts with education. If you understand how to prevent things or what's going to happen, you can't treat it. So we need to educate our members, you guys out there. It's so important to know how to prevent those bad things from happening to you.
And I think it's ironic, we live in a society where we have all this information available to us, but it seems like diabetes is on the rise, obesity is on the rise. It's like there's something out there in our culture, our society, that's driving us the other way. So we have to consciously stop, make an effort to put it right. And I think that's what you and I are hoping we can, in a small part, do here.
Well, we're inundated with bad choices. I mean, it's hard to just go to the supermarket per chance, you know what I mean? We're inundated with horrible foods, fast food, quick things that aren't healthy. And so, eating off the land is really, it's hard to do, but if we all did that, there'd be a lot less disease out there. We're inundated with unhealthy things by advertising. So the people have taken us and made things that seem healthy unhealthy. You remember SnackWells from the 80s, right? So SnackWells were these low-fat cookies, which is a response by the companies to get rid of fat. What they did, they put in sugar. So they marketed it as no fat. Oh my God, it's great, no fat. But now we have all this sugar, and now we have too much sugar, and people have diabetes. So they eat 9,000 SnackWells, and they think they're eating low fat, and they are, but eating lots of sugar and calories. So we've gone the other way.
Well, I really appreciate you coming this afternoon, and and all the help you've given us, and look forward to working with you more in the future.
I hope we can do more prevention as the years come. Believe me, it's worthwhile.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.